blonde-haired girl.
Wait, this is like everlasting summer though. It's like the same.
Pretty much.
We're not
Look at
really
this.
entirely sure everything about it, though.
Oh,
English.
All we know is that we're
Cyrillic.
probably gonna go for purple hair.
And back to English.
oh.
Endings. Let's just. Can I look at all the endings right now?
Spoilers.
Hold on, I gotta turn down the. Henry is always main character because he needs spotlight because he is insecure.
Yes, it is exactly it.
And Zach will be.
It's because I'm insecure. I play all the insecure characters. I played Ink, who's like, oh, I don't like confident women. And then you got like the other dude that was.
Semyon.
It was Semyon, was just being Semyon, you know?
Let me talk to myself for 2 hours because I'm antisocial and introverted.
Oh, is this an Icarus model bus?
Doesn't understand basic social skills. Knows exactly what type model bus it is.
Alright, so we got Do we good?
We got it.
Yeah, we got our next sexy Russian dating video, so let's get this over.
The sequel.
The squeakquel.
Don't you dare make that joke, you freaking furry.
Ooh, it's 1987 again.
We went back in time for the third time.
Do I have to click?
I guess it's just a loading screen.
0 out of 10. Oh.
Whoa.
That looks flippin' gnarly.
Not bad.
No, that isn't bad at all.
So I'm the narrator, right?
Yeah.
Sakura is Japanese cherry blossom. Okay.
I knew that.
These falling cherry petals. Does anyone actually find them beautiful?
Yes.
Does anyone really see a deep meaning in their whirling?
No.
Perhaps this combination of colors, the purple velvet against the setting sun, does mesmerize.
Yeah.
No doubt. Back then, I also watched this leaf fall and thought, so, what? Hello? Perhaps too much time has passed. I've forgotten, and I've changed.
I have a quick question.
Okay?
The little eye in the bottom right corner, what does that do?
No, I need it back! I knew the key, I memorized it.
I just wanted to know.
Is the music still loud? Only the trees are still the same. They don't care. They came into the world before me, and they will outlive my descendants. They don't care how beautiful their falling petals are, how fast they fell, or at what angle. It's all the same to them. Why would they bother with such a minute?
Minutiae.
Yeah.
What is that? Like a minute
It's
detail?
it's like irrelevant detail, yeah.
Okay. To them, this is nothing more than a routine change of the seasons. To me, though, this is a flood of memories.
So it'll be a games and their 2-hour introductions.
Hey, at least it's pretty.
Yeah.
The tree in front of me now is just like the other one that day. The day when I had to do something. The day when it was too late to do anything. The day when I had to something. My bad.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It's the same. Same with the petals, too. Falling with treacherous indifference. They genuinely don't care. They don't care if one day a photographer makes an entire exhibition of their images, or if a pair of sweethearts falls even more deeply in love, enchanted by their ceaseless dance. That's how nature is. It's not how I am. Same as that day, 1 year earlier. That day the petals were falling off the trees as well. Back then too, nature was lying down, not dying, no, but falling asleep, to wake up again in the spring, the fire of life rekindled. Sitting under this tree, I was remembering all the joy and all the sadness. I guarantee this is Catherine, so...
Well, it's purple.
Who wants it?
Is that purple or blue?
It's a gray.
Gray.
Oh.
Zach, do you want it?
Sure. Let me take this one. 1 sec, by the way.
Do you think Zach has?
Tyler,
Do you have to say
that
the
is gonna
girl?
sound really.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. The girl.
Oh no, my my roommate just came back in, so it's gonna be nice. Do you really love me?
Coming out too quick. Yes.
Truly.
Yes.
She turned away, while the petals kept falling, getting tangled in her hair, and making her look even more beautiful.
You know, these cherry petals really suit you.
I is like me.
And also me.
Like, well, this is the start. You said I, you know. Like, this is the start of your line.
Alright.
Yeah, it's like why he doesn't read girl or G.
She turned around. She probably didn't feel like it. She probably expected something else. Elegant phrases, wise words, something, but not this.
Really?
Yes, of course.
She smiled. I, too, must have expected something different. Feelings, confessions, as beautiful as the fluttering petals. But at that time, those words were more important to me than anything else. More important than the tree, more important than the moment, more important than life itself. Because I realized that they were like a petal resting on my hand before it fell to the ground. So near, so fragile, so precious. Beautiful.
Low-key thought that was going to be the end of the demo.
So that was March. This is now December.
Or is it like 6/12/1987?
That's a flippin' nice looking room. And
It's
look,
even animated.
There's an anime. Yeah, I was gonna say there's an animation.
That's a fan. Yeah.
Nice.
This guy also plays guitar. Whoa.
This is Semyon. This is Semyon's dad.
It's a gnarly room. I snapped awake. The fan was humming obnoxiously as ever. Its noise must have woken me up. I was sick of it, of course, but it was a necessary evil. The summer heat was relentless, even with the doors open. Doors open? What? It was 1987. So. It was 3 in the morning. The silence was sickening.
Were they too stupid in 1987?
Well, no, like, it was a better time, Henry. You wouldn't understand.
I don't know. I'm not a boomer like you. I wasn't alive.
Hey, I'm a zoomer, kid. Not a boomer.
Flipping boomers, they don't even know. They're too senile.
Yeah, dude, if you shoot me, I'm gonna blow up. It's a Left 4 Dead reference. You wouldn't have gotten that, though.
I get it.
No, you didn't. Shut up.
I
Dear
get it.
God! Better to hear the blare of police sirens, or the shouting of a drunken neighbor, or the scratching of car tires. Anything but this obnoxious fan. I would have turned it off long ago, but then I might have indeed been cooked alive by the heat. Heck, Russian winters are nothing on Japanese summers. This guy's got a nice house. Hello? Is he alone in here?
No.
I mean, maybe. Hey, look, more animation. Look, see that?
Oh, it's frozen for me. I can't see now.
You don't
Yeah,
get to see it
it's
then.
pretty blurry.
Oh, this is why we use Skype, you cocks.
What's animated?
It's the
Tell
fancy
me.
fan. It's spinning slowly right
I
now.
can't even tell where the fan is.
It's right here. I'll circle it for you. Or you could watch my video at youtube.com/3pcentral.
We don't see the mouse either.
The cursor's not there. Better to tell you right now.
Guess you'll have to watch my video.
Can we just say that this interface is beautiful though? Like, the left and the right arrows look super nice.
No, you're breathtaking.
Keanu Reeves, is that you?
With effort, I got up and went to the kitchen for some water. What were Russian winters like anyway? Some muffled creaking came from the floorboards underneath my feet. But the rest of the house, which had 3 bedrooms, a living room, a bathroom, and some pantries, paid no attention to its sole inhabitant.
I thought it said panty.
You are so immature. You just start laughing because you're like, oh, women's underwear. That's real funny right
Okay.
there.
It was funny because I thought it was escalating really quickly.
Hey, men can wear panties too.
True.
Dang, it really was 3 a.m. I gulped the water greedily, spilling half on myself. In the morning, I had to go to school. Had to? It was compelling me. Maybe I was the one who came up with these stupid duties and responsibilities, straddling myself with the necessity of socializing and waiting for that useless piece of paper, which would attest to me possessing a high school education.
Wait, you live alone and are still going to high school?
It's a visual novel, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I must have invented this world myself. I must have made it up alongside all the other worlds that I fabricated daily. For myself, for those who I knew, for the whole world. These obligations were nothing but the stupid conventions of that world. By a stroke of bad luck. It was also the world that most people viewed as the real one. I poured myself another glass of water and returned to bed. The moon shone brightly, animating every speck of dust. In its morning light, my room looked entirely different, like a portal to another world. A world that was beyond even my imagination.
Another anime getaway, perhaps?
A silver ray lighted on the table, inching towards a heap of papers. School papers, an unfinished novel, letters, from my mother and from friends in Russia. And I got up and put a particular scrap of paper into a drawer. It had been sitting there for a year? Or why should it have bothered me? Then again, why was it on my table? I should have tossed it long ago. I jumped up, took a step towards the table, and came to a halt. How could I? It's not as if I hadn't tried before. More than once. The phone rang loudly. Very loudly. It was 3 in the morning. Who could possibly need to talk to me at this hour? To a dejected high schooler, sunk in contemplation? However, I was used to it.
Hello?
Hello?
This is red, so...
It's orange. Kiddo.
Okay, I could do orange.
Okay.
Hi. You're not asleep?
As you can see.
I felt an impulse to hang up and disconnect the phone. Screw you, kid. But even more, I wish that she could now be here, close by.
How come?
How should I know? Probably because you called me.
She mumbled something unintelligible.
How are things in general?
How should they be in general at 3 in the morning?
I don't know. Great.
Well then, they're great.
I'll stop that.
Well, what did you want to hear?
I just wanted to call.
So, you mean it's okay to call at 3 a.m.?
I saw the light come on in your kitchen, so I figured you were up. I'm a
She's got
stalker.
binoculars in a bush somewhere.
She's just...
Are you spying on
your house all night.
Oh my god. She's behind me.
It's actually just Five Nights at Freddy's.
Are you spying on me?
No, I was just...
The line went silent for a few seconds. She must have been trying to think of something that wouldn't sound, too ridiculous.
It's just that I couldn't sleep either, and when I can't sleep, I look through your window.
Why either? What if I had been sleeping?
But you aren't now.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. What did you want?
I wanted to know...
She paused mid-sentence, as if working up the courage, but continuing more confidently.
Are you coming to school tomorrow?
Suppose I do.
Then I'll come by for you in the morning.
Now that's just great. It's 3 in the morning and you're gonna come by. When, in 3 hours?
So we won't be late.
You know what? I think I'm gonna pass on that.
I feel like I'm freaking Miku. Hey, you can't keep missing school. At that rate, you won't be able to graduate. And then you won't be able to find a good job. And then...
She got entirely tangled up in the predictions of my future.
Oh well, no biggie.
No, that's not well. Leave the door unlocked tomorrow in the morning.
You have the keys. What does it matter if I lock the door?
Oh, right. See you in the morning then.
See ya.
I feel like I'm the creepiest person I've ever seen in the video game.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable knowing that that person has the keys to our home.
I like that, dude. She's gonna snoop in the night. Oh, mama, I can't wait.
She's gonna steal all my panties and left lying around in my house.
I'm the reason they're here, Henry.
She wears
leave them
boxer
for-
briefs, you wear panties.
What a dynamic.
You're both transgenders.
Here I thought it was me just leaving them for him to find.
I didn't feel like arguing. It would have done no good anyway. She would have come and woke me up regardless. That's what she did almost every day. Why did I ever give her the keys? Well, that was a while back. Must have been about a year.
I must be flippin' sexy.
The cherry petals were probably falling on that day as well. But to hell with them. I thought to set the alarm so I could get up before she came. Not that it mattered much, but it was getting old. What's more, I worried that I maybe have become too accustomed to it, seeing that familiar face every morning. Dependent even, which was something I definitely could not allow to happen. So if she wanted to come in the morning, fine, but she wouldn't be waking me up again.
Now it's August 9th.
Wait, we went back in time.
Or... No, I think it's September 8th. I think it's written like...
Oh.
Day, month, year.
100 bells were chiming with 100 melodies in my head announced in the morning. In that medley was the cheerful chirping of the birds, the construction on a neighboring street, the boisterous shouts of the street vendors. Oh, okay. As well as the damned fan, which could not stop humming for a second, and the grumpy muttering somewhere else close by. Why?
I am not attractive.
Yeah, you are, baby. Look at— oh, she blinks!
Oh,
Whoa!
oh, wow.
She's like bobbing
that-
up and down,
oh.
too.
I see that.
This game's nuts. It's actually the future. The fixed gaze of large
Oh.
green eyes, the pouting lips, and the 2 red braids all informed me that I had slept in.
What time is it?
Ugh,
That's actually pretty
Whoa.
cool. Yeah.
that is so weird. I'm not used to this.
It's so anime!
Is that you rubbing your hands together?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna
After
look
seeing
and
that-
pound her.
After seeing that, I might think that I'm actually quite attractive.
The girl picked up the alarm and shoved it in my face. Shoved something else in my face.
Eat this clock!
But it's still early.
I protested.
The early bird gets the worm.
This was Himitsu. I seem to have known her my whole life, or at least since my parents and I had moved to Japan. Her mother was Russian, although she divorced Himitsu's father when we were still children. Animation.
Okay. Okay.
We're being
enough.
spoiled here, you know?
Okay.
It's
enough
actually
nonsense.
amazing.
Am I good,
Yeah, sure.
Chris?
Mhm.
I don't believe.
I mean,
you.
it's so much better than Exit Corners. I mean, it's like, it's really good. I like
Animation-wise, yes, but we haven't really known much about the story. Okay, enough lounging around. Time to get up, wash up, eat breakfast, and go to school.
This was how most of my days started. Though after
could
so
do
many
it.
years, I'd become accustomed to it. Incidentally, I'd forgotten to introduce myself. Nikolai, a high school senior. Nico-kun!
Yeah. Oh wait, there it is.
Oh, sweet. Okay, this is something weird. Kun is not something you should say near your blind friends.
On its own.
Is a Japanese honorific used when addressing male friends or juniors/subordinates. That's good to know.
Yeah, I was curious about that literally like 3 hours ago.
See, this is why we play these games. It's not because we're weebs. It's because we want to know some Japanese terms.
Nika-kun.
Mitsu's voice carried throughout the entire house, and it no longer felt so empty and lonely. I quickly got washed and dressed, then came into the kitchen. The house really was too big for one person. In fact, it was probably designed for a multi-generational family. Grandparents, parents, children, grandchildren. The empty space seemed oppressive, even when my parents were still with me. Now it just felt like a museum or a library. Who in their right mind would want to live there, especially by themselves?
Bon appetit!
Same to you.
An omelet and several kinds of salads were gracing the table as the music pumped. You can't tell, but I'm vigorously moving, because I'm dancing.
Oh.
I can't really even hear the music. Oh wait, here it is.
Oh, that is.
Play that
When you
riff,
said
baby.
vigorously moving, I thought like something else. Anyway.
I'm beating my cucumber. I picked up a piece of cucumber with my chopsticks and was easily shifting it around the plate. Animation.
Not hungry?
I am, but I can't live off grass like a rabbit.
Mitsu frowned as she got animated again.
So, is instant ramen better in your book?
Ramen is a Japanese fast food, a type of noodles, not noodle.
I don't know about better, but it's undoubtedly better tasting.
Hey!
She puffed out her cheeks comically, which made her look like a cute hamster.
I wish I could see it, but it looks like her face is getting censored.
I put work into it, you know.
KO!
I could say nothing to counter that, so I concentrated on chewing.
What are you planning on doing after school today?
I don't know. Kyosuke wanted to go to the movies, I think. Were you gonna suggest something?
You're actually a weeb.
I read it beforehand before I started talking, so it
okay.
sounded good.
Kyosuke. You did it very well. She set aside her chopsticks and looked at me intently like she was going to say something important.
Maybe.
She started laughing, trying to hide her embarrassment.
Never mind. It's not important.
Himitsu was in love with me. I'd known this for a long time, but did nothing about it. At some point, I'd grown so accustomed to it that I no longer knew if she loved me as a brother or as a man. To be perfectly honest, I didn't care one way or another.
If you want to go somewhere, I can reschedule the movie. It can do without me tonight.
Her face gleamed with an earnest smile.
Well, actually, I wanted to check out this one store near the station. It just opened. The girls at school won't stop talking about it.
Someone else might have considered this a date, but I simply enjoyed spending time with Himitsu. She also seemed content with this arrangement.
You haven't finished your breakfast.
Nor did I plan to. I might yet have to eat this grass for lunch as well.
Why don't you ever make borscht or dumplings or something?
Borscht isn't breakfast, and besides, I've made it before.
Himitsu took offense. She had made it before, true, just not the same as I remembered from my childhood. I was not about to tell her that, though. I mean, come on, man. It's one thing to, I don't know how to do something. One can always learn. It's quite another to both know and do. What? It's quite another to both know and do, yet fail to meet expectations. Fail to meet expectations. When that's the case, there's a good chance that one will learn, never learn. I'm just having a stroke.
It's a lot of words, Chris. You're right, sorry. Your borscht is delicious. Borscht, yeah. Borscht.
I repeated. Himitsu was glaring at me. Anyone else in her place would have long since emptied this bowl of imaginary borscht onto my head.
So, what's the story you were talking about?
They sell clothes.
Thanks.
I'm a woman. That makes no sense.
She kept piercing me with a stare.
Dresses, sweaters, skirts, clothing, women's clothing.
Do you think maybe you could go with one of your girlfriends then? I'm not saying no, it just might be a bit awkward.
Why?
I don't know, it's just the way things are here, and you know how I'm not always great with the local custom.
I was telling the truth. Anyone else would have got used to the Japanese way of life, to Japanese traditions and cultural norms, or at least to the ways of the local high schoolers.
No one is gonna think anything. It's not like we are.
Mitsu was now completely flustered, which was making her upset. I couldn't tell if she was more upset with herself or with me. Sometimes when I talked to Mitsu, and not only her, I would hit a dead end. I no longer knew what was expected of me, while the other person couldn't understand why I didn't get it. In the end, the entire meaning of the conversation would end up buried under an avalanche of misunderstanding, which snowballed with every new remark. At such times, it was better to agree or remain silent.
Alright, it's okay. No one's gonna think anything. Why would they?
Exactly.
Said Himitsu triumphantly and went to wash the dishes, like a good woman should. Sorry.
Chris, you gotta keep it under control.
Sorry.
For the videos.
I respect women.
Goddamn.
I respect women. When they do the dishes. What was this kind of weather? Early in the fall, called in Russia a grandma's summer. Grandma's summer is the Russian equivalent to Indian summer. Thanks, that really helps me.
Tell me what an Indian summer is, please. An unseasonably warm, dry, and calm weather, usually followed by a period of colder weather or frost in the late autumn.
Japan, at any rate, it was still scorching at the beginning of September.